Hi, dear love. Welcome to our second video on Lucid Dreaming 101. This is part 2, so if you haven't viewed part 1, I encourage you to do so, and the links are down below in the description box. Before I go into it, I'd like to ask you to please like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Share our video, share our channel, because spiritual guidance is meant for all of humanity. So thank you for shining your light. Let's get started. So lucid dreaming is powerful. It's an effective tool to manifest and control the outcome of your dreams. Have you ever heard of the word RAPT? I know you have, but not wrapped as in gifts or anything like that. Wrapped as in becoming completely engrossed or absorbed in whatever you're doing or even a person. RAPT also is a technique that we teach in our workshops, and I encourage you to click the links down below to engage our workshops. RAPT is also the acronym for the formula that I created long ago and that I teach in our one-to-one personal and private coaching sessions. I also teach it in our group Spiritual Life Coaching Masterclass. Those links are down below as well. So RAPT is a very powerful technique to use to control the outcome of your dreams, even if you're receiving spiritual warfare, psychic attack, nightmares, or if you're trying to manifest your twin flame, your soulmate, your grow old with partner, your home, a car, your life mission, career change, whatever it is, inner peace, children. The list goes on based on what your wishes, hopes, and dreams are. Your dreams are absolutely coming true as you control that outcome in your dream state. But it doesn't begin in your dream state. Not at all. The work begins while you are awake. RAPT stands for reflection, awaken, put into action, and termination mode. Reflection is the first thing you want to do in order to control your dream state. You're reflecting while you are awake in your here and now, while you are consciously aware that you are alive and you are awake in your life, your day-to-day, your routine. As you reflect, you are able to really go into what you remember happened in your dream the night before. So when you wake up, one of the first things you want to do after you have had a lucid dreaming, and the steps are in our first video. I will put the links down below as well. The first thing you want to do is reflect on what happened in your dream state, because you will have undoubtedly experienced it. Once you reflect on what happened, what you remember seeing and feeling and experiencing in your dream state, you become awakened to that understanding. Once you are aware of what happened in your dream state and the fact that you are doing this in a spiritual state of being, which means your soul is experiencing this activity that has happened, you then understand the separation between being awake in your conscious living reality, your life in this fourth density, and while you are asleep, your soul becomes awakened, alive, and is experiencing all which you have just reflected on, but in your sleeping state. The next stage is putting it into action. Now you are putting your intentions into action. Your intentions are your desired outcome that you wish your dream to play out in. Your intentions are into action while you visualize and you pour your energy into this desired outcome that you wish to manifest while in your lucid dreaming state. The last stage in our RAPT process of lucid dreaming and controlling the outcome of your dreams is termination mode. Now, it is termination as far as ending. However, it is not the total ending in that step. You are ending the fact that you didn't know how to control your dreams before. But now that you're at termination mode, you understand that that phase of your existence no longer applies. You are empowered, you are confident, and you know that the intentions that you have to play out in your dream will manifest. And so there is no need to think about what happened before, because now your intentions are 1000% on that vision that you have as the outcome. It is your desire, it is your intent, and that is the point of change to go in this new path, which presents a new outcome in your dream state. So let's go through the steps one more time, and then I'm going to share with you one of my personal experiences. And I use the RAPT formula for myself, and I still do. I teach it to my clients, my family uses it, and I will not be without it. So the first thing you're doing is reflecting in your human state of consciousness on what vision came to you, what happened in your lucid dreaming. If that image doesn't come to you or the energy doesn't come to you right away, don't give up. The next step is awaken or becoming aware. You are very aware of the truth that surfaced during your reflective moments. Next, you're putting it into action by pouring your energy into your intentions. What is the desired outcome that you need to happen in your dream state? Then you've reached termination mode. You have then ended the inability to control your dreams, and now you are empowered, you are confident, and you are set to manifest the intention that you've poured your energy into, and you're ready to go. One of the things that you are using lucid dreaming for is psychic attack and spiritual warfare. The first time I remember receiving psychic attack or spiritual warfare, I was in college and I was 18, and I could not wake up out of my sleep. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't wake up when I wanted to wake up. Something was keeping me in the dream state, and I was struggling for my life and my soul. Things got serious, and it doesn't get any more serious than struggling for your salvation in the dream state, because you know that when we are in our dream state, we are in the spirit realm. I knew it then. I have always known that I'm spiritually gifted, and I knew I was in the fight for my life and my soul. During that time, I had pulled away from divine source. I got tired of people saying that I was the weird one. How do I know these things about people? How am I psychic? That's really weird. you know, and why are you always in your own world? All of the things. I just got tired of it and I wanted to be normal. I wanted my friends to see me as normal. And so I pulled as far away as I could possibly from divine source. And when I began to wake up in a cold sweat, drenched, my bed would be soaking with sweat. I couldn't wake up when I wanted to. When I did, I woke up riddled with pain, physical pain all over my body. I would wake up having been punched and holding myself and crying and screaming in agony. I began having out-of-body experiences. I could see myself from the top of the room down on my body while I was asleep, and people come in to check on me, and I would be screaming for their attention, and they could not hear me. I was under spiritual warfare. I was being psychically attacked. Well, I was not going down. I was not going to be taken. And I was going to fight. And so that's when I composed this secret strategy, RAPT, to control my dreams. And so I began to reflect on what the heck was happening when I was asleep. I was getting ready to get kicked out of school. And this is coming from someone that had good grades. I reflected. I didn't want to because I was scared. I was afraid to go to sleep. But I was even more afraid for my soul, my salvation. And so I wasn't going down without a fight. And I was meant to live. And that's what I kept telling myself. Nicole, you're not going out like this. And the dreams that I was having, there were evil things clawing at me, coming out, had me pushing me down dark corridors, pushing me over cliffs. I was falling into what seemed like an abyss. I would land, boom, and I would wake up, and I would be catapulted off my bed and land back down, and I would be in so much pain. The roommate I had would be staring at me, laughing at me. Okay, now I'm aware where this is coming from. It's her. I asked her, did you see me struggling in my sleep? She said, yes. Why didn't you wake me up? Because it was funny. I could hear her laughing while I was in my dream state. I could hear her laughing. I could hear the same laughter. And I could see her soul. It was evil. Okay, I'm aware. Now I'm putting it into action. There is no way I'm going to let this thing win. I'm in it. This is life and death, and this is my soul. I began seeing. I would go to the library just to be out of that space. I began seeing myself grab these evil images and pull them and shoot them into infinity. I began seeing myself run, whereas before I was stuck. Couldn't even run away from this energy. Couldn't run away from the things that were grabbing me, that were punching me, that were hitting me. Could not get away from them before. Now, oh honey, I wasn't going down like that. My intention was strong, and I meant that I was going to survive. Wasn't going out like that. You will not take me. That was my intention. I am a fighter, and I am a spiritual warrior, and I'm going to win. And I started praying. I started reconnecting with divine source. And I started asking for forgiveness, repentance. Because I had separated. And so I began seeing myself fly over those cliffs that once I was just falling into what seemed like an abyss. There was no bottom. And when I did hit the bottom, I would be catapulted up in the air on my own bed, coming back down riddled in pain. So I began to fly over to the next cliff and didn't even know the cliff was there before to begin with. Got to the point where they could not catch me. All the energies that were trying to take me couldn't even come near me. Well, I received confirmation to ask the roommate if she believed in God. She said no and laughed. What? You don't believe in God? She's an African American girl just like me. I had never seen that before. I had never experienced that before. All I knew was that people that looked like me believed in God. That's all I knew at that point. I was so in my own world talking to my angels, my spirit guides, and I knew it was a psychic. I knew it was a spiritual medium. I knew the spirit realm. And yet, in this density, this fourth density, I'd never come across someone that physically looked like me that didn't believe in our Creator. That was pure evil. I ran faster than I've ever run to get my room assignment changed. Explain to them what happened. They changed me, boom, just like that. The only room they had was directly across the hall. The hallway was so narrow in that dorm that I could touch both walls, just stretch out and touch it. But as soon as I left out of her energy space, everything stopped. Everything stopped. And so I controlled the outcome of that dream, and I became empowered, and I was in control, and I was able to ask her what I needed to in order to break it. Boom, it was done. So whether or not you are using your lucid dreams to become victorious or manifest, whether it's spiritual attack, warfare, spiritual warfare, psychic attack, or a nightmare. A nightmare is something that is based on a fear in this fourth density. And so that energy is coming from your human state of consciousness. While you're awake, your human is awake during the day or whenever you're walking and you're awake, consciously aware that you are awake. And you're bringing that energy of that memory of what you experienced in your waking state to your dream state. And it's manifesting as a nightmare. So this is something that I teach my children to understand how to control their nightmares. And we use the RAPT system as well. And so I tell them, what do you want to happen? And they say it. Well, it was a bad dragon, and I want to beat that dragon to a pulp. Or I want to tame it and ride it. I want it to be my pet. And so that is what happens. We go through that strong intention through visualization, through different activities there, and they manifest the outcome, and they will have controlled their dreams. The same thing applies if they're receiving psychic attack or spiritual warfare. If you are receiving a nightmare, psychic attack, or spiritual warfare, and if you're controlling your dreams to manifest a home, true love, you have this formula now that you can apply in any of those situations and anything that your dream state shows you. Well, thank you so much for engaging our channel and for shining your light. You are a beautiful light worker, beautiful spiritual superstar. And if I can be of service to you and help you during your spiritual awakening and your lucid dreaming, or any part of your spirituality, let me know. That is what I do, and I'm happy to be of service. Please share our channel if this resonates with you. Please like our video, and know that spiritual guidance is meant to be received by everyone. Take great care, and I'll see you soon.